Welcome to Greenlee's training on the 555 bender. We are here today to inspect and prepare the 555. Decals, number one opportunity. Make sure that you have all your safety decals, your bending decals, and your squeeze adjustment decals in place, and all of the information is legible to be able to be used. The 555 will transport easily through the job site. Make sure the wheels are in good shape, nothing's damaged. Take a look at the frame of the bender, make sure there is no obvious issues. Check all of your welds and make sure that those welds are not cracked or broken. Handle on the bender is also adjustable. Make sure it's at a nice, comfortable height so you can easily move it around the job site. Finally, make sure you have both of your roller support pins. On the electrical side of the bender, there is a power cord, which is a 120 volt, 20 amp power cord. Make sure that that cord is in good shape and there's no damages. It also has a 20 amp twist lock plug. Also inspect your pendant. Make sure the pendant is not cracked. Take a look at that cord and make sure that that cord is in the same shape as your power cord without any damages. The bender does have an on-off switch on the side of the tool. It is also the breaker control for this tool. As we plug the bender in to test, you will need a twist lock plug. Turn the bender on. Your pendant does have a switch that has a bend and unload. As you press your bend button, the bender should run clockwise. As you press the unload, it should run counterclockwise. Once we've confirmed that operation, you can turn your bender off. Take your power cords, wrap them up on the bender, prepare it for transport. We are going to look at the shoe and the supports. Always make sure you have your instruction manuals for your tools. Make sure that all your decals are in place with all your warnings and safeties. The first is your EMT shoe. Always inspect the casting, make sure there's no gouges or grooves in the bending shoe. Also check for those same gouges or grooves in your hooks. Those hooks are mounted on with bolts, make sure that they're all present. Also make sure that both of your bending indicators are in place, and that there is 4 bolts on the back of the shoe so that it will mount directly to the 555. As we take a look at the roller supports, make sure your frame is intact and there's no obvious damage. Inspect your welds, make sure that none of them are broken. All of your rollers should freely turn inside that roller support. There's also supports for 1/2 to 1 1/4 inches on the back. Make sure that they freely move out of place. Before we put that onto the bender, make sure you always remove the pins from the bender. Your roller support will sit down on the legs of the bender and replace the pin. What we have now, put it back in the box, prepare it for transport. As you take a look at your shoe, inspect the casting, make sure there's no damage or gouges in the bending grooves. Do the same thing for the bending hooks. Make sure there's no gouges in those. They're also mounted using bolts. Make sure that all of those bolts are there. Also make sure that the bending indicators are in place and that there's 4 bolts on the back so that you can mount that to your 555. The other part is the roller supports for your rigid conduit. 1/2 to 1.25 inches, 1.5 and 2. Inspect the frame and the welds and make sure that there's no damage or broken welds. Remove the pin on your bender. Put the rollers in place and put the pin back in. Now that we've seen this, we can then reload it and get it ready for transport. Remove that pin. Remove your shoe. Instruction manuals. And now you're ready for transport. Thank you for joining us today.